Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 452. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
Sup, people? How's it going?
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Brett Murdoch.
What up?
And Brian Manjoma.
I've heard that Twitter goes by another name. It's called I Have No Opinion and I Must Scream.
Oh, no. Oh, man. All right. We don't know what's going on with Adam. He didn't give us a heads up, so, maybe he passed out. Who knows? He's a tired man. He's still recuperating, obviously. All right. Also, we're not going to go too long tonight because I got some shit to do in the morning, some job stuff. So we're going to jump right into it, man. But thankfully, the gaming got delivered. We actually have baked in news. 2 directs happened this week, basically, on the same day,
Yep.
So we're going to talk about those. In our usual Throwdown style, we're going to go through every game announced and ridicule these things as I normally like to do. So
I will say this: both shows were unusually short.
That's good. Keep people from committing suicide. How bored they are.
Prevent people from essentially just throwing up because of all the mediocrity.
Yeah. So now it's when I'm really gonna be, because I was at work during both of these, so I missed both of them. So, but I did a cursory glance. I'm like, oh wow. Especially the Nintendo one. I'm like, whoa, man.
The Nintendo one was fairly early in the morning.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was at 9 or something. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Sony, literally was happening as I'm getting out of work and getting on the train and shit. So anyway, so I'm getting these off of IGN. So if they missed anything, blame them. Don't blame me. And I don't know if this is in the correct order or not. So whatever. Okay. Let's get into it. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door HD announced. Okay. Is this a remake of the original or a sequel? What is this?
This is it's a remake of the original one.
It was the original
an HD, one? Or an HD one. Yeah.
So the original game was called 1,000-Year Door?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
It's just...
this is a pattern I've noticed with this Nintendo Direct. A lot of remakes.
Well, the one thing about that one is the only reason why Paper Mario exists is because of the rights to Super Mario RPG. For a long time, it was very much, controlled by Square.
Yeah.
And it evolved. In order for them to make new versions of it, they would have to make a deal with Square. So whatever they did, they fixed it. But, for years, it had been the other way around. So Paper Mario was essentially Mario RPG, but made directly by Nintendo as opposed to being made by Square like the previous one was.
Yeah.
Oh, and small correction, Paper Mario, the first game was on N64. This was the GameCube game.
Yes, the GameCube game, yes.
Yeah. Has anybody played the original 1,000-Year Door?
Nope.
I heard good things, but never really played it.
Yeah. All right. Next up here, Mario versus Donkey Kong Remake. Coming to Nintendo Switch.
So Mario versus Donkey Kong, wasn't that a DS game?
It says GBA right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
The reveal trailer not only showed off gameplay, but so it's just like a remake, like different graphics. I'm guessing. Let me look at this shit. Let me see, what is this? Whatever, I'm not watching this shit. All right.
Just fast forward it to a couple of seconds.
No, the thing is, when I click on the video, instead of playing the trailer, it starts the whole direct. IGN, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, God.
What the fuck is this? It just plays a whole direct. Oh, that's dumb.
If anything, you probably just go, if you want to really look at it, you just go to Nintendo's YouTube, and they should have the trailer.
It's
here
like
it is.
the same story. Donkey Kong steals like the mini Marios, and Mario goes after him.
Yeah,
and it's like a mashup of what Super Mario Brothers was and the original Donkey Kong. It's like just them sandwiched together with a flimsy plot of Donkey Kong stole his toys, so he has to get them back.
All right, moving on here. Next, F-Zero 99 announced, what is this? In a surprise twist, F-Zero made an appearance at the Nintendo Direct today. F-Zero 99 was announced. It is a battle. I can't even finish the rest of it. Battle Royale. Done. Don't care.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought Battle Royale, you had to fight. A race is a race. If you have 99 racers, it's just a bigger race. It's not a Battle Royale. I don't know where they they called it that. I'm like, so you're blowing up other cars? No, it's just F-Zero. You're just racing.
It is a Battle Royale style racing game that also supports the SNES wireless controller. That's cool. That's stupid. My Battle Royale, you already lost me. Princess Peach Showtime. What the fuck is this?
A new game with Princess Peach.
Yeah. Nintendo previously announced that a new and the time Untitled Princess Peach game was in the works. Today's Direct finally unveiled some gameplay along with a name for this new game focused on the Princess of the Mushroom, whatever.
Is Bowsette in it?
Okay, yeah, that description didn't tell me anything. Does this trailer have any gameplay? Oh, here it is. This is gameplay.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm so okay. Some side scrolly stuff, some third person stuff. All right, I guess if you like Princess Peach, there you go. This is interesting. The first 3 Tomb Raider games are getting remastered. Now I'm gonna guess this is coming to other platforms as well. This is probably not relegated to just a Switch. That's pretty cool, Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider, one of my favorite games of all time. Played the fuck out of that on Sega Saturn. But I never played any more Tomb Raider games until Underworld, I believe it was, because I didn't own a PlayStation, the original one, and all the Tomb Raiders were that. But yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna guess that's coming to other platforms. So that's cool. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is coming out next summer. Explain this one to me.
It's just Luigi's Mansion 2.
This is a remake of Luigi's Mansion 2, the DS one.
So what?
Dark Moon.
So what was the last one? So what was the one on Switch? That was 3 then?
Was 3. Yeah, that was 3.
Okay, now it would all make sense. It shows you how much I know about Nintendo people.
Well, I mean, it's you never really cared about the Luigi's Mansion game, so you wouldn't know much about it.
I didn't own the Nintendo system.
No, I mean, I think the last. Well, you didn't even have the
No,
Wii,
remember
so.
from SNES till Switch, I didn't own anything in between. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that stuff. All right, let's see what else is here. Splatoon 3. Who cares? Prince of Persia. That's cool.
Yeah, that was was being demoed at PAX. A few weeks ago.
It's a 2D one. Yeah, that's
cool. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I mean, the only thing I need to call people out on, man, like, why does every single black character have to have the Killmonger hair, though?
Yeah, right.
It was like, I know people were getting on it that they didn't have enough hair. I think Blessing did a video about it, but come on, man. Now everybody's gonna have Killmonger hair. Even friggin' Miles Morales got Killmonger hair now.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize Persians had Killmonger hair. All right. Super Mario RPG Remake gets a new trailer. All right, so if you like Super Mario, let me look.
Super Mario RPG was a pretty good one. It was for a Super Nintendo.
All right. Yeah. So if you're excited for that, there you go. Here we go. Game of the show. Trombone Champ.
The biggest meme of all time. Trombone Champ.
Yeah.
It's the game you've been waiting for.
Yeah, there you go. The illest game of all time, people. Let me read this. Trombone Champ, the goofy rhythm game where you use a trombone to finally coming to the Switch. Okay, is this game actually like real? Like, did it exist before?
Yeah, it did. It was for PC.
Oh, I had no idea. So there you go.
Yeah, it's pretty. To be honest, it sort of reminds me of the music thing that they made for Wii. You remember the dude playing the drums?
Oh, Ravi drums.
Yeah,
that was Wii music. That was Wii music.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of that. Just it's embracing the badness of it.
Nice. That's cool. Dave the Diver. What in the fuck?
Dave the Diver.
Yeah, right. Let me look at this shit. Is it like a underwater game?
Your guess is as good as mine, Chris. Did you see it?
I'm watching it
No,
now.
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
There's-
I don't understand what I'm looking at.
If he's not diving into water, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
no,
that
he's
game-
right here.
Yeah,
He's underwater right now, and I don't know. This is stupid. Move on. First look at Wave 6 of Mario 8. Whatever, who cares? Detective. Yeah, Mario Kart 8. Really, we're still doing this?
Yeah, man. Gotta get all the Nintendo characters in there.
Yeah. Detective Pikachu Returns gets new cinematic trailer. So if you like Detective Pikachu, there you go.
He's not being played by Ryan Reynolds, is he?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably a sound-alike.
No, he sounds like he smokes 12 packs a day. If you listen to him talk, yeah.
Oh man. Hey, I'm Pikachu.
He sounds like Kolchak the Night Stalker or something.
No, he sounds worse. Sounds like Dr. Girlfriend.
Hey,
how's it going?
How's it going?
I love you more.
Oh man. Some amiibo updates for Tears of the Kingdoms, Smash Ultimate, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
They got what was it? They're making the Zelda one and the Ganon-ish one, right? Mm-hmm. Ganon-ish.
All right, so there you go. Horizon Chase 2 is available on Switch. Apparently, this game was on PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Had no idea it existed. I didn't know there was a Horizon Chase 1.
I was playing it on PS4. It was pretty good.
Was it? What kind of game is it?
Basically, it's Top Gear. Remember Top Gear?
The racing show?
SNES? The racing game.
Oh, racing. Okay.
No, back on SNES and stuff. It's just that. It's just like Big Boy Rad Racer, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay. Rad Racer.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Why is there third person stuff going on now? Oh no, I'm looking at something else. Another Code Recollection. What is this? Puzzle game? I don't know what the fuck that is. Moving on. Saga Emerald Beyond arrives next year. Okay.
Sega Emerald. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Oh, Unicorn. I was about to say Unicron.
Look.
Unicron.
Got Transformers on the brain.
Yeah. Unicron Overlord is a new tactics RPG. Yeah, I said Unicron on purpose.
Unicron Overlord. That sounds awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it does. Unicron Overlord is a new tactics RPG from the developer behind 13 Sentinels. Let me look at what the fucking game is about.
Yo, man, Unicron and Sentinels, man?
Yeah, it's Unicron and Sentinels, man. That's my childhood right there, you know? Let me look at this Unicron game. Unicron! Oh, man. Visual
Spare me
gameplay?
your mockery of justice.
Oh, it looks nice. It kind of has a little bit of like a Vanillaware vibe going on.
I think there is a new Vanillaware of the game. I think it might be that.
Right? Is that, did Vanilla make 13 Sentinels?
Is that the mech game?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the mech the mech JRPG. Yeah. 13 Sentinels came out like during the pandemic. It kind of crashed and burned, but a lot of people liked it though.
Yeah. It's
nice to see that Vanillaware is still around though.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's Vanillaware or not.
It
really looks like it's Atlas. That's the publisher. That is Vanillaware. There's their logo. Yep, it's Vanillaware. See, they have that distinctive style, man. Yep,
they have that sort of painterly style.
Mm-hmm, it says right there, Atlas and Vanillaware. I knew that. Like that stood out right away. Cool.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're still making games because I feel like that 13 Sentinels game did so bad for them.
Yeah. Ayuden Chronicles. All right. WarioWare Move It. If you like WarioWare, there you go.
Wario.
Ah.
Is he not being played by Charles Martinet in that?
I don't know. Did he play Wario?
He played everybody.
Yeah, he was Wario. Yeah,
he played all the hatted characters.
I think they made an announcement. He's officially kind of retired from the voices.
Yeah, they said
An
that
ambassador or something.
He's
Yeah,
an ambassador, but even he doesn't know what the fuck that means. It means the window
yeah.
seat, bro.
the Windows
Yeah.
seat.
The window seat.
I know. It just sounds like they just got tired of paying him, SAG rates, and just like, all right, we'll just get some guy that sounds like him.
No, but I bet what they'll do is they'll use him in the park stuff, like in Super Nintendo World. They'll use him
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
for the games and stuff, he's done.
And then the last
wondering-
thing, yeah, go ahead, Manny.
I wonder if he retired from voice acting in general, like, or if it's just
I'm
Mario
retired.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. Maybe he's starting to sound like an old man. Like,
Are you doing something with Mario right now, son?
yo, man, what's up with Mario's voice? He sounded like a grandpa now.
Yeah,
It's
Mighty
like,
Nerd
it's
says
like-
13 Sentinel sold 1 million and was successful. So there you go. Oh, what's up, Carlos? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like it's like James Earl Jones when he's reprising Darth Vader. They don't need to put the breathing effects.
Shit.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he sold he sold the
no.
rights to his voice to Disney, so he's now AI.
Yeah.
So now he is truly a mechanical voice.
Yes. And the last thing listed here is the Nintendo Gallery Museum is still on track to be completed by March 2024. What the fuck is that?
The Gallery Museum.
Okay, I'll read
don't
this. Nintendo briefly shared an update on its project to convert an old plant in Kyoto into a museum celebrating its work and development history. In addition,
Oh yeah.
In addition, go ahead.
Not Kyoto, but the original plant that made Nintendos, the original location, that was turned into like a fancy like Nintendo themed hotel. So I'm guessing they pretty much got a bigger plant, or they're pretty much transferred all of their stuff to China, and they're just turning one of their plants into like a big old memorabilia museum.
Yeah. All right, so that's all the Nintendo stuff. What were the highlights, if there were any?
Vanillaware game that they're making games
there you
again.
go, Vanillaware game.
Maybe seeing Tomb Raider again, but I don't know.
Yeah, that
I
was
think,
that was interesting, but yeah.
I forgot who owns the rights to Tomb Raider now. Isn't it like it's not the guys that own THQ now, right?
Embracer.
It's Embracer.
Is it Embracer?
Oh yeah, something happened with them too. I think they're trying to sell off Gearbox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, what do you expect from these Nintendo Directs? They're always fucking boring. So, yeah.
I think,
go ahead.
Manny, I think it is Embracer because if I remember correctly, that Square Enix sold Eidos to them, right?
Yeah, they sold idols to them.
yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Been a while.
Man, Crystal Dynamics and Eidos aren't even the same people anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
So anyway, does anybody have any more thoughts on the Nintendo Direct?
I mean, it's nice the Super Mario RPG people are excited about. I'm laughing about F-Zero though. Everybody was so hyped. Oh, get a new F-Zero. Nope. Was this what you asked for?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It's
you
like
sure
that.
about that?
It's like that. It's like that. That Metroid game that wasn't a Metroid game they made years ago. I forgot what it was. It was like a multiplayer game they made.
Yeah, I remember. The Hunters? Metroid Prime Hunters?
Yeah, Metroid Hunters or something like that. Yeah, and it was like, yeah. It's kind of like that. Like, hey, we want a Metroid. We got this for you. Oh no, this is not what we want. Not this way.
Yeah, but they got season 72 of Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah, yay!
Man,
there you go.
they're getting a lot of life out of that old ass Wii U game.
It's amazing. I didn't see the reaction, but I'm pretty sure the Nintendo fanboys were like, "Oh my god, the best Nintendo
Who the hell?
ever!"
What other character can they add to it? Are they gonna put Kyle Hyde from Hotel Dusk in there? Like, everybody who could ever be in that game is in it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the other Direct, which is State of Play. This one kind of, I mean, people were rumored and that it was coming, so I guess it wasn't too much of a surprise.
No, they announced it late yesterday. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like no, but I mean, even before that, people even last on the last episode, we were asked about a state of play. Remember? And we were like, "Yo, what are you going to show?" Bunch of third party shit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Oh, Taylor wrote this article. Cool. We had Taylor. We got to get Taylor Lyles back on Throwdown. It's been a while. All right, so I'm going to go again. If I miss anything, blame it on IGN. Don't blame it on Taylor, though. Blame it on IGN.
Blame it on Taylor.
Taylor's family, you know? Family. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out on February 29th, 2024. Give me that game.
Skip to the chase on that one. That was like later in the show. All right. So, it's...
Again, I'm just reading this shit, yeah.
We finally get a release date, and we finally get a better idea of what is going to be in this Final Fantasy. This game seems to be way bigger than that last one. It looks like it's got the gold saucer stuff. Literally, from the first town in Final Fantasy VII, well, a second town, that first town that you go to, all the way to the cannon at the end with the emerald weapon. So you get gold saucer, you get all that stuff. You get Vincent, you get all that stuff in between. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it is like actually current gen. It's not tethered to, last gen, so that's good. Maybe that's why they have a bunch
And they
of
say
shit.
2 discs, by the way.
All right, I'm listening to the crowd right now. We'll come back to Final Fantasy. I'm going to read this off the PlayStation blog because apparently they have it in order. You guys want me to read these in order? So we will do that.
We'll do that.
I aim to please. Okay, so the first game they actually showed here was Baby Steps. What in the fuck is that?
What? Okay, I'm gonna say this. This is possibly the stupidest way to start off. One.
This is what kicked off the show.
Yes, it's literally. It looks like you control him with the R and L button, like the.
What is this
thing.
trash?
And he walks like stupid. It almost looks like it. I almost feel like the game was made by the guys who made Octodad. It's about that weird.
Hold on, it's like fucking placing blocks age gating me. I've been here before, motherfucker.
So yeah, so it's
what is this?
It's an odd one to start off the show.
This is how they kick off. What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
shit?
everybody okay. Number one, you have this sexy, crazy, supposedly powerful console, and that game looks like it should be on a PlayStation 2.
What the hell am I looking at right now? What the fuck? This is how you kick off the show?
It's almost as bad as starting the show off with Goat Simulator.
Why is this guy's just trying to go up a hill and he's failing? How is this compelling? How is this going to get you to buy a PlayStation 5?
It's really it's such a weird way to start.
This is still going. He's trying to go up that same little hill.
Yeah, he keeps falling over. You got to balance him, and then you got to use. It looks like you used R and L button to get him to walk.
What the fuck?
Again, it's I feel like it's a lot like Octodad, where you control the different parts of him.
Yeah. Wow. What the fuck is this shit? Why is this trailer still going? What's it? 2.5 minutes.
It's a game.
And this is what you kick the show off with.
Yep, that's exactly what they.
Why is that guy's ass so big?
I don't know, because he's fat.
What the fuck? Okay, all right. Sony, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, and then they begin it off with that, and they have, I guess, a new person over at Sony. I can't remember her name, but she's worldwide relations or something like that, and they're always saying that they're looking for new experiences. So that was one of them.
I don't want that experience.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be a very cheap game. They better not be charging $70 for that thing.
Probably not, but it's but again, it's this is what you start the show off with.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
All right. Next up here, we got the Ghostbusters.
They have a knack for this.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
GTA. Remember GTA?
Yeah, start it off with an old ass game.
Yeah. Well, and this one is all right. Anyway, Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord. VR. It looks like.
This is them essentially attempting to say, hey, yeah, we do still have that VR device that were released not long ago that nobody bought.
Yeah. Okay, so VR game. Who cares?
Yeah, it's a VR game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer VR game.
Here we go. Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways. DLC.
Yeah, this is
Cool.
this is the finally you get the Ada Wong stuff. So you get to hear boring Ada Wong.
Yeah, the
You know,
board 801. Yeah,
boring Wong. But it's always nice to see that stuff. So it's gonna be cool to see kind of a nice HD version of whatever the separate way stuff.
that's cool. Resident Evil 4 VR mode. Okay.
Yeah, another one. They've talked about this one before, so it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna put just like the original Resident Evil 4. They're gonna throw it on everything you can possibly throw it on. Isn't that also on the? It's on the new Apple iPhone as well, the iPhone 15. That was
Yeah.
one of the ones.
Well,
Yeah,
they're putting a bunch of stuff like Village is gonna
Village is going to be on there.
Village is gonna be on there.
Apparently,
and
it's
then
only
so is,
30 frames a second though. So
Yeah, and so is Death Stranding.
Death
Apparently.
Stranding, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I played.
about-
I may talk about that later.
Okay.
Got my hands-on preview went up earlier this week. All right, next up we got Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. We're still talking about this game.
So more,
Look at this trailer.
okay, it doesn't look horrible.
No, it looks not very
But,
nice.
But at the same time, it's like, did the last Avatar game do anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody bought it. I think everybody's like, yeah, it's a decent game, but I don't care about Avatar that much to play it.
Yeah.
But now but this one is like a first-person game, and you sort of, essentially, it's glorified Navi training mode.
Is this VR too?
No, it's not. It's just first-person.
That's stupid. I want to see the Navi.
Exactly. That is exactly what one of my coworkers said. They're like, why are we, like with all the stuff the crazy stuff that you can put on your Navi, right? Why wouldn't you want to see what they look like?
Yeah, that's dumb.
The only time you can see what they look like is when they're like on like horses, they're horses or they're those flying things. I can't remember what the hell those things are called. Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I'll call them a pterodactyl.
Yeah. Oh, there's a third. They showed a brief third-person mode.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no,
only
that's
when they're
probably-
on
that's-
the.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
they're
think-
getting on the pterodactyl or something.
No, it wasn't that. I saw one running. It was probably a partner or something.
Yeah.
There's a pterodactyl. That's stupid. I'm like, if I'm a Navi, I want to see myself doing cool Navi shit.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
But-
All right, enough of that. Ghost Runner 2. Ghost Runner 1 was kind of interesting. So that's cool. It's getting a
Yeah,
second
it's
one.
essentially, it's
See, this game makes sense in first person. Yeah. Yes,
Cyborg Ninja game.
Yeah,
That's that one.
Cyberpunk Cyborg Ninja. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. That was one of the games I demoed on the, or at least the first one. I first demoed the ROG Ally. It's like, oh, this is fat. This thing's smooth. What is it? Deep Earth Collection.
Oh shit.
The fuck is that?
Deep Earth Collection. That one I am blanking on.
Okay, I'm watching it now. It seems like it's just PlayStation plates or something.
Oh yeah, it's the okay. So it's the red, blue, and white controllers and plates.
Why is it called Deep Earth?
I don't know, because it's like fire, water, and then air. I guess. I don't know.
Red, White, Blue means America band.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it's red, white, blue, but I think the one that's supposed to be looks like white is like a silver color.
Yeah. Oh, it's like ice. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
like red is like lava, blue is like ocean, and then white is ice. Even though I'm like, I don't know, but I'm like, you already have water with the ocean.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, stupid. Helldivers 2, The Revenge.
So
I vaguely remember the first game.
Yeah, I remember Helldivers, but this one's was it a multiplayer game?
Yep, it was like a isometric.
This
Multiplayer game.
feels a lot like Destiny almost.
So Brian, hold on, I'm confused because you're right. I do remember the first one. It was isometric, and this one's like first person now.
It's third person.
Yeah, I think they just had
third person,
enough
yeah.
budget to actually make it third person this time. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
All right, cool. So there you go. Spider-Man 2, expanded Marvel's New York. Okay, so what's this about? They're showing off New
It's
York.
pretty much Long Island City, Astoria,
Nice.
and the edge of Flushing.
The edge of Flushing.
The edge of Flushing, because Flushing's stupidly huge, and then it's for Brooklyn. It
You got
seems like
Flushing
it's
Meadow Park.
Yeah, maybe a portion of it, but not like it doesn't reach that far. If you look in the trailer, they show you the map. It's literally Long Island City and maybe a little bit over into Flushing.
Yeah.
To get Peter Parker's house, maybe you can go visit Aunt May or something.
Okay, I'm
And
looking
then-
at the map now. Okay, so there's Long Island City. Okay, that's where I live now.
Yeah, and Astoria above.
Yeah,
Then to
Astoria.
the- And then to the right, it looks very close to Flushing.
But the thing is, like, obviously this map is not 1-to-1 because after
No, it's
that
not at all.
would be like Maspeth, going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're essentially, they're not saying Maspeth exists, and it's just Flushing because that's where Spider-Man's from.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing Brooklyn is going to be Williamsburg, Park Slope, and
Dumbo.
And Dumbo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you already know my thought. I'm already sold on this fucking game. Give me this shit. It was fucking awesome.
I mean, it looks cool. We'll see what they do. Apparently, there's a bunch of they advertise there's quite a bit of characters that have never been seen in a Spider-Man game. So we're good to see something. Maybe they'll do the chameleon.
Yeah. Seems like he was moving through the city a little faster. Maybe Mark Cerny's thing came true.
Oh yeah, you can go at super speeds. They have a new way of doing fast travel, and you can switch between Miles and Peter. Pretty much on the fly, and obviously both Miles and Peter have specific things that you can do for both of them.
There's Venom. Cool stuff.
There's Venom.
I like how they had that as like a point. You can like seamlessly switch between these characters because of the powered PS5. And I was
I'm like, you did that in Grand Theft Auto.
I was like, bitch, we did that in GTA 5 on the PS3 days. And that was 3 people, not even 2. So what are you even talking about, mate?
Yeah, right. So, Brian, what do you think? I know you're a big Venom fan.
So the only part that was interesting was Venom. Everything else was kind of like, don't care. Oh yeah, Doc Ock, don't care. Oh yeah, it's Spider-Man, don't care. Oh, it's Miles Morales, don't care. It's like, I don't care about any of these characters. There's only one person I care about, and he was in there for like half a second. So I was like,
That really
and
is
the whole
Long
thing
Island
was
City.
just.
Look at that.
And the one thing that kind of weirded me out was they had mentioned that it was going to be focusing on third parties and indies, and then I seen Spider-Man, and I was like, so you really have nothing to show if you're showing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
because,
it's a weird.
Because if they had like third parties and indies that were there to be shown, then they would show them. But no, they have nothing, so hence they showed Spider-Man.
It's an interesting one that they showed Spider-Man in there because, like, then obviously if you went to PlayStation's YouTube, you see a bunch of other trailers that were dumped on there. So my guess is they probably looked at what they had and they're like, yeah, we're probably gonna just dump a lot of this and keep it to choice cuts.
Man, I'm gonna have so much fun playing this fucking game. I can't wait.
Oh man, don't even remind me about this shit.
You're not gonna be around, are you, Carlos?
You could be like,
I'm gonna have like 3 days to play it, pretty much.
Oh man.
Gonna be like Spider-Man.
Carlos, you take vacation on the worst times, man. I swear.
Nah, man.
Yo, man.
The time doesn't wait for nobody. Carlos gotta live.
You could have taken a vacation during summer when no games were coming out.
That or his vacations are harbingers of good games.
That is also true.
That's the sign of a good game.
You know what? All right, so let's do that. Like, it's happened already 2 times in a row where Carlos has taken a big vacation.
It's
3
been
times
3.
in a row. So you're 3 for 3. So usually that means it's
4.
Wait, whoa.
Damn.
All right, let's go through the timeline.
Yeah,
This
this
year
we're
gonna be
doing this. We're doing this. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. This year it's Spider-Man 2. We're assuming it's a good game. Last year was Elden Ring.
Yep.
Before that was a pandemic. I don't think I went anywhere. And then it was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
And then it was Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I don't know if people consider Death Stranding good, but
Well, do you count the Division? Because you were also on vacation, Carlos.
Oh, Division 2 is another one.
That's a damn, Carlos. What the fuck?
Carlos, you are the lucky charm. So okay, take a vacation in around the summer and see what happens.
When there's nothing
Yeah,
else.
because nothing's coming out exactly.
But then what will happen is because Carlos is the lucky charm,
Eh,
something will come out.
yeah, that's true. That's
All right,
cool.
we'll test it out.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Remember, I'm seeing this shit for the first time. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. Is this the DLC or a new game?
DLC.
Ooh, I love that game. Tales of Arise is fucking awesome. I'm already sold. I don't even need to click on this trailer. I will click on a trailer, but I don't need to. I'm sold. Give me that. I didn't know that's fucking awesome. Look at that. Something to be genuinely excited about. Because you already know I'm excited for Spider-Man. It doesn't need to be given any more love. It's already there. Woo! That's cool. I didn't know they were making a DLC for this shit.
I don't think anyone knew.
Yeah, oh shit. I guess everybody was caught off guard. I genuinely enjoyed this game, man. Like when I played, I was like, this is why I like RPGs, man. This is good stuff. Okay. I mean, I'll find out more about this on my own time. Like, does it take place after the ending?
Right.
Like, you know, I'm gonna guess it happened during the game itself. Because I'm like, some of these characters aren't around after the end. You know? Cool. But we'll see. Good stuff. Honkai Star Rail. I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's by the same people that make Genshin Impact.
Okay, fuck it.
But this one's a turn-based RPG as opposed to Genshin.
We did talk about this before.
Yeah.
Hoyoverse. I mean, it looks nice just like Genshin Impact. But, yeah. Is this going to be another gacha game?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, that's high probability.
Yeah. Foam Stars. Remember this shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's a
Yo,
Ubisoft game, right?
No, that's a Square Enix
Square,
game.
yeah.
Square Enix.
I'm gonna say this. Like for some reason, man, that game has gotten a lot of attention. I remember.
Yeah, I remember
looking at
Richard
it at-
Bailey's
at
favorite game
PAX.
of the year.
It's definitely the favorite game of the generation.
Yeah,
At
because
this
weren't
point.
they hyping this game up too and shit? Like, fucking
Hip hop was hyping it.
Hey yo. No, but I remember like there were I saw some reports. They were like, this game is good. I wasn't expecting like people were surprised it's good.
A lot of people are saying it's better than it has any right to be.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. But I'm like, this just looks like fucking Splatoon for PlayStation. So
Yeah, it's
No thanks.
It's Splatoon with like without little chibi characters in it. But apparently people seem to like it.
yeah,
so
I don't know,
who
stupid.
knows?
And then there it is, Final Fantasy VII. Save the best for last. So Manny, what were you saying that it's like bigger and stuff?
Game is shipping on 2 discs.
Excuse me?
That's at least what they said on the thing.
Oh,
and
shit.
The other crazy thing is,
it's getting kind of hectic.
if you look at the trailer and Final Fantasy
Yes,
as well
I'm
as a lot of us
noticing.
know. Okay, so obviously the first town, first town after Midgard is in there, but this game looks like it stretches from that town, the cave, the big plains over there, Cloud's Town, the Gold Saucer,
Yeah.
Vincent's in it. I'm sure Cosmo Canyon's in there, and all the way over to the giant cannon that shoots
The
at
giant this looks fucking awesome,
emerald
man.
weapon. So yeah, that game looks huge,
Yeah, that's good.
and and it looks like they have the dumb mini games that a lot of the dumb mini games that Riku is a fan of. Like the one where like you finally get to the cannon area and you got to do
the black chocobo?
you got to do the marching. You got to do the marching the right way.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Chocobo farm is in this.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm seeing it.
That'll be the first thing I do.
Yeah, that chocobo farm. You get that black chocobo.
Yeah, they have the Chocobo racing. They have like where you can play the motorcycle part of the first game in it. And there's like a weird little fighting game. It looks like with the original like models from the first Final Fantasy. So
This looks fucking
it's awesome,
awesome, man.
Yeah, Kate Sith is in it.
Kate
Yeah,
Sith,
it
looks
looks
like
good.
it looks like what's his face is actually playable now. Red 13.
Yeah.
Because as I remember, he
He's
wasn't
in there.
playable before. Yep.
She was in the DLC.
So, yeah.
So yeah. Oh shit.
So yeah, I suspect that it's probably you're not.
Is that Odin?
Yeah, Odin. You see Alexander.
Nice.
So that means the ice areas in it. So you may have the part where Cloud goes crazy
The red saucer
as well.
Yeah, there's the Chocobo
Yeah.
race, Manny. There's like a blocky fighting game. Oh,
Yeah, blocky fighting game.
This looks so fucking good.
Yeah, they look like they have Casa de Sol. You know they look like they have that. So it's a lot of the game. So I don't know what's going to happen after this because they're saying there's another game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a trilogy.
It's a trilogy.
But yeah, this game looks significantly not significant, but it looks better than the first one. And this is a PS5 only game, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
None of that
so officially,
bullshit.
it's an exclusive right now.
Yeah, it is. They said it's going to be exclusive for a while. One thing that I find interesting is because when you finish the first one, right, the first Final Fantasy remake or whatever, like it kind of left it basically lets you going like, okay, what is actually going to happen now? Because it was very different than Final Fantasy VII. But I'm watching this trailer, I'm like, oh, I recognize a lot of this shit.
There is a lot of things, but there's also some different things. Like those hooded guys, those are
guys new, yeah.
Those guys are apparently soldiers that are all fucked up from all the stuff that happened. And there's that doctor. I don't see Sid in this, so take that how you will.
Yeah, that's a good point. the chat they're saying like, I hope the third part of this game doesn't come out on PS6.
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, it might.
Know.
Because we're already halfway through this generation.
How many years has it been since the first one?
3, because the first one came out during the pandemic.
Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad. If it's like 3 years between.
By the end of this generation, it could theoretically come out.
Yeah, you should get the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. 3 years. That's actually not too bad.
That's not too bad between them. I mean, to be honest, I'm sure they just haven't stopped developing. It's just like, all right.
Just keep it going.
What's the release date for this one?
It was
February, right?
Early next year.
Yeah, February 29th or something like that.
So close to 4 years, actually.
Oh, 4 years. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. You're right. And
that's the other one. The other one also released in the winter as well, didn't it?
Yes,
it came out in April.
April, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one comes out like a week after my birthday.
This was so does that mean somebody needs to get you one? Oh wait, no, you don't.
I'm gonna get a review code.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a review code. You already know.
I'm gonna be on a trip. You already know.
Hey, Carlos says he's already be coming over to New York again.
This is the game.
Watch, you will be on a trip. It's gonna happen. So state of play. I
have a quick question about the Final Fantasy games.
Yes.
How is the save game going to work? Like, is it going to transfer, or because again, it's a continuation in quotes, right, of the first one. So is it going to be like a save game transfer, or what?
But there aren't any decisions that need to be brought. It's not like Mass Effect. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean,
but then like your gear and stuff.
Yeah, your gear and all your stuff. Unless they do like they just start
reset. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Brian. Actually, as you mentioned it.
Your
gear, your power. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Because I don't know. They gotta have something
like your materia and shit. Yeah, I don't know. If Richard, I'm just looking at the chat now. Flop stars. Go ahead, Carlos. What were you saying?
Yeah, I guess that's a good question from Brian, because this game is kind of pitched like it's part of the same game, like the same experience. It's just divided into 3 parts. It's not like a usual trilogy.
And there's another weird one. When they call it the Final Fantasy 2-pack, where the digital 2-pack, where essentially you can buy both of them together. So
that's cool.
Does that mean that there's some sort of a rollover? And the Yuffie section, was there any rollover on that? I guess she wasn't in it.
Right? She was in the DLC.
Yeah.
February 29th. So, I guess it's a leap year. Cool.
Oh, there we go. All the stars are aligning.
Right. Cool. I mean, aside from that stupid opening, This state of play doesn't seem terrible.
No, it's sort of. To be honest, it didn't wear out its welcome. That's
No,
what I felt.
it seems like a good mix of stuff.
You know, they gave you they started you off with some trash, and then it sort of worked its way up.
Yeah, like to be honest, if you would have cut
no
that
surprises.
Yeah, like they should. I think they should have started Resident Evil to really like get people hyped. You know.
Well, you know, like maybe they wanted to get away from the snorer middle section.
Yeah, right. Or
you know what I mean?
The Dino High section.
Like get rid of
the Dino High
the
section.
Dino High section. Yeah. Did that game even come out yet? Volcano High.
I feel like it gets
thought it came
announced
out
every year.
recently.
Did it? Because Brian, remember that's like supposed to be a launch game.
I thought it came out in this month somewhere. Let me check.
Yeah, please do. Volcano High. Yeah, Brian's on that. All right, so yeah, state of play. Yeah, all right, not bad. Yeah, Final Fantasy, Tales of Arise. Those are my two highlights right there. Good stuff.
All right, came out. Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah,
Spider-Man, of
recently.
course. Yeah. When it
Yeah, came out end of August. So
Okay.
29th of August.
Yeah,
so
sure.
very
Really?
recently.
Yeah, that definitely made an impact in the industry when it dropped. Apparently, so much so that we forgot. You know, good stuff. All right, now let's switch gears completely.
I noticed.
What's up?
I noticed that. I noticed that Sony thing omitted
Sony?
The fact that they omitted the fact that Roadblocks is finally being put on there, but nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
The kids care about it though.
Yeah, I know. My nephew loves that shit. Roblox is crazy. All right, and like I said, tonight's show's gonna be a little shorter because I got shit to do tomorrow. Got an event, but I can't talk about that yet. It is gaming related actually, but I'll be able to kind of speak on it when I can, when the embargo lifts. But I can't even tell you when that lifts. All right. Anyway, we got to talk about Unity. Unity. Some drama in the industry.
Man.
All right, Manny, fill us in. What's going on with Unity, man?
So essentially, Unity did a reconfiguring of their how they offer their engine, right? So first off, now they've gotten rid of one of the tiers where you can actually before you had to do something in order to use the engine, like for free. So now there's no real bars on it. They all have it based off of if you do use it, they base it off of on sales. So in other words, if you make a game that makes over a certain amount of money on there, then you start having to pay. But the big news on here is the fact that Unity essentially has what the developers have been calling Unity tax. So essentially, if you make a certain amount of money, I can't remember the amount. Maybe you guys, whoever read this, can be more explicit about it. But essentially, if you're making a certain amount of money and they base the amount of money that they charge off of your title off of how many downloads, installs that has been done.
Yeah.
So depending. Okay.
No, I'm just going to read this real quick. This is from PC World.
Mm-hmm.
Starting January 1st, 2024, all games that use the Unity engine will be charged 20 cents for each game installation once it hits a threshold of 200,000 downloads and $200,000 in revenue. A lower charge and a higher starting threshold, 1 million in sales and 1 million installations will be offered for higher tiers of Unity subscribers starting at around $2,000 a year. So there you go. There's the numbers. So
one thing about Unity is that one of the reasons why a lot of independent developers used to like to use Unity is because their overhead was not nearly as bad as something like Unreal, because Unreal, if you want to use it as an enthusiast, you can use it for free, but if you want to use it to develop games, they can really hit you hard. So that's why a lot of people have been using Unity. Also, Unity uses a more common code base than Unreal does, and there's also it's a lot more difficult to get Unity to do things, but it's conducive to a lot of common programming. That's at least why a lot of people tend to use it. So, but now it's like pricing and ease of use to for programming. Now they're putting all these sort of gates all over everything. I'll tell you one thing about Unity is like a lot of developers have been saying ever since they've gone public, they've been sort of doing sort of morose stuff like this, where like they would go to one of their events, to like, hey, they would show you because Unity also owns Weta Digital, right? And a lot of people have been wondering when the Weta Digital stuff is going to be coming over to, APIs are going to be coming over to Unity. So they would do a lot of these sorts of events like, hey, you can do this. And, if you want to get support, you have to pay this. If you want to get this, going to visit Unity is a lot like going to a sales pitch rather than an actual support system, which is unfortunate for a lot of people. A lot of developers don't really care for that part of it. But obviously, it seems like their sales pitches don't seem to be working with people, so they're being a little bit more aggressive, for their investors.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then, so here's a quote from Brandon Sheffield. He's from Necrosoft. He's Necrosoft's game director. He said, if you're starting a new game project, this is kind of like how other developers feel right now. Manny, you could kind of attest to this. I know people in the industry. He says, and Manny, I want you to comment on this after I read it. If you're starting a new game project, do not use Unity. If you started a project 4 months ago, it's worth switching to something else. Unity is quite simply not a company to be trusted.
Yeah, that's unfortunately. I mean, to be honest, I would for a lot of people that I know, they would probably say that even when they didn't put the Unity tax on everything. To be honest, they seem a bit. Sometimes they seem a bit shystery, but it's unfortunate. There's already a lot of companies that are already looking into moving engines. I think. What was it? It looks like Devolver Digital will not. It looks like they're not accepting games that are developed in it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, at least they sort of said something along those lines on there. A lot of people in the industry, people, obviously little bigger studios and obviously the smaller studios have really, chimed in on this. There's a unanimous. Yeah.
No, okay. Cult of the Lamb. We all know that game.
Yes.
Cult of the Lamb's official Twitter account told gamers to buy the title now because we're deleting it on January 1st.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yep, they're pulling. What they're doing is they're pulling it, and then they're gonna essentially attempt to port it to another engine.
Yeah.
So they're not using Unity.
Yeah, and it seems everybody's on the developer side with this case.
Yeah, I posted something in the chat a couple days ago when I saw this break that these guys were going to have to pay like 50 cents or something per install. And that was crazy to me. But I can see why Devolver doesn't want to carry it, because if they change the terms of service when you're so locked into using Unity and stuff, your game, if you're 50% or more done, right, you're locked in. Therefore, they're going to hit you with this fee. Why wouldn't they hit publishers with the fee too?
Yeah.
No, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be hitting the publishers for the fee.
So yeah, if I was Devolver, like, no, don't use this shit. We're not going to.
They're not going to go for it.
Yeah. Let me read this for some context. Unity used to be the cheaper, simpler alternative to Epic's Unreal Engine, not to mention easier for smaller 2D projects and mobile games. But the industry isn't in the same place it was 10 years ago. Unreal's development tools have become more friendly for simpler and more basic games, and mobile hardware is powerful enough that it can run showpiece games like Fortnite. And Unreal 5's monetization scheme is much more palatable for smaller developers. It's completely free up to $1 million in revenue with no charges based on the number of installations. Epic has also attracted indie developers with sweetened sales splits on Epic Game Store. All right, so I guess
that's it. It's flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Well, the thing about it is that it's still like Epic Game Store silliness. So, but that's their catch on it all.
Wasn't there like
right? But you don't have to just use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about you don't need to use. Obviously, you don't need to use Unreal to do the stuff. But there is one thing to know about Unreal. Unreal. There's still there's as many studios that use it. There's actually, like, within the indie space, there's a serious lack of Unreal developers. So because obviously all those guys who are running on who want to do Unreal, they want to go to the big studios where Unreal can be, used. So I think if you're a more well-known game creator, you could probably squeeze out a really cool deal with Unreal with Epic and Unreal. But I think if you're like a little tiny studio that's just funding your stuff on your own, you're probably going to have a lot of thinking to do as to what the future is going to be like. It's unfortunate.
I think Epic has made Unreal. They've made it more the incentives far more palatable for indie developers. Like you don't have to think about multiplayer matchmaking or chat anymore. If you include the Epic Game Launcher stuff in your game, it takes care of all of that for you. You just need to embed it, right? So you have all these things that they're giving you. Plus, you have if you use Unreal for game development, you get access to their like 3D libraries and all this stuff. Their code editor is much easier to use now, and people are making like indie like videos, like they're making movies in it. So Unity has picked a terrible time while Epic is trying to ingratiate themselves to a broader swath of developers and not just isolate themselves to bigger studios. Unity has gone in the exact opposite direction. And now they're like, hey, we have all these guys using our stuff. Let's hit them with fucking fee now. And what are they going to do about it? Right? And it's terrible.
It's unfortunate.
So this is an update. Unity is walking back some aspects of the runtime fee amid escalating anger from developers. According to Axios, the fee will now only apply to the initial installation of game, and that developers are not on the hook for installations through Xbox Game Pass, with fees instead being passed to platform holders like Xbox. Demos will also not be affected unless they are part of a demo that includes the full game. Games offered in charity bundles will be exempt from fees. So there you go.
Yeah,
that still doesn't sound any better.
No, it doesn't. Go ahead, Brian.
It doesn't sound much better.
It sounds slightly better, but then it's like saying what's worse, like being set on fire or just being like have your limbs cut off. It's like they're both kind of bad, but
yeah, we won't set you on fire, but we're
still...
gonna cut your legs off.
Yeah.
I can see a situation where platform holders, just like Devolver Digital, saying no, we don't want to owe any money to them for the engine that our developers are using. So
yeah, why wouldn't Microsoft now start encouraging people to use Unreal or another engine?
Yeah,
it'd be like, we don't want to pay this fee.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many games that are developed in it. So
many games, and it was just the short-sightedness of it all was what really got me, because prior to this, it was like, okay, this includes multiple installs. So if you uninstall and reinstall, it was meant to be a fee, which is really dumb. We mean that if you, again, how often do you change your PC and like, okay, I like this game, I'll re-download it. Oh, that's a fee. If you have a Steam Deck, that also counts as another fee, since another quote-unquote separate install. Oh, sorry, it would have counted as a separate install. Again, they've mentioned Game Pass in there. So prior to this, it was even including Game Pass stuff. So if you have Game Pass and you installed it, that would have counted as a fee. It's like, it's stupid. And it's even extended to people that get that have these games fall off the back of a truck. They would also be charging for that as well. And I was like,
exactly.
How would you know that? And two, that's extremely dangerous, because how many times, Tony, have you heard of a company doing something dumb and then gamers get angry at the company and want to hurt the company financially? They literally had a way to do that if that was the case. Like, hey, just go on the internet, go to some dodgy guy in a hat, you download it and install it, over and over again.
Yeah, and gamers will do that. They will do that.
It could easily be abused.
Yeah,
and it could most definitely be easily abused. So obviously, again, and also I like to call Unity out on this one. Why the fuck are you doing announcements on fucking Twitter? Like literally, where everybody found this out on was on Twitter. It wasn't even on any of their official websites. What the fuck?
Wow.
What's wrong with you people? Anyway,
Just
go
messed
ahead.
up. The whole thing is
Yeah, it's
seriously just
screwy.
messed up. And the thing that also irks me is for them to know that, they need to have some sort of software in there that will
DRM.
be tracking
Yes.
this.
Oh yeah,
And
sure.
that's like the weird part. It's like, okay, so you have stated that you'll be having some sort of software that will track this and be sending stats back to the server. Okay, let's just assume that what they're saying is all true and they have the best intentions, meaning that they'll just be doing just basic stuff. But we all know that they won't. Like, what else are they sending? Like in there that we don't know
Oh
about.
yeah, sure.
Also-
Well,
Since they're sending whatever the hell that they want.
Also, this sort of this is also illegal in a lot of countries too, to do something like this. Because if you're, let's say, again, children's games, right, using Unity, right, even what was it? YouTube ran into this, where they're essentially tracking, getting information, tracking information on children, and they had to. So, what about that sort of situation? They obviously did not think about any of this. They wanted to do was just screech some money out.
Yeah.
If they don't fix what this is, they can get sued fucking bad.
yeah. I mean, they didn't think. They just thought like, profit
That's
margins.
all. Yeah.
And it's like Brian was saying, with they have the best of intentions. Who's to say they don't juice these numbers and send developers a gigantic bill? How would you confirm that? It's like you go off their installs versus yours, and they got the DRM, and they're like, well, we see this many installs, and it's like, no, that's not how many people have purchased the game, and then you got to fight with them.
Yeah, but no, like, yeah, I think the point Manny and Brian brought up about like gamers abusing this will absolutely happen. Like, fuck that game. That's how we get them. You're talking about people who literally made. The one guy made 600 fake accounts on Metacritic to dunk on Starfield. You think they wouldn't do some like crazy shit with this too? Come on now. You know how these motherfuckers are. Man, what a bad idea. But
Yeah, not cool.
Anytime something in the video game industry has Unity on it, it's usually not a good idea.
Yeah. Unity. Oh man.
And by the way, guess who's the CEO of Unity?
I was just about to check because I heard that as a thing, and I was like, no, it can't be him.
Wait, who?
Carlos, tell him.
Who is it?
Hey, who?
It's not Phil Harrison, Brian, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, no, I heard the name. I just thought like, no, it can't be him because again, I know who it. Well, I've been told who it is, but I didn't believe it because I thought, no, this seems way too like, it seems way too kind of obvious, but not quite. So I was like, no.
It's one of the usual suspects. It's former CEO of EA, John Riccitiello.
Really? Oh wow.
Yep. So he went to Unity and pretty much doing the same kind of business practices they do in EA. By the way, there is some shady shit that I heard about. I don't know if you guys talked about this. He sold freaking stock of Unity before all this
I
happened.
saw that in
Oh,
here. I saw
he
that in
did.
here. Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Oh, I'm glad we have insider trading laws.
Yep, he is the CEO. And that's why when I heard that, I was like, nah, it seems like someone's pulled my leg here. Like the evil man is the helm of the ship that's doing the evil things. It's like, nah, that seems too obvious. Like this
Evil man does evil
sounds like
thing.
fake news.
It totally explains why all of their their meetings and stuff ended up being like sales pitches. He's just trying to squeeze some money out of people. Why the fuck did they get that guy in there, man? That's like getting Bobby Kotick to be the guy.
Shit. I don't know if this guy has any rape charges on him though, but oh god, that's horrible. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Unity drama in the industry. You already know, man. All right, that's pretty much gonna do it for us. Again, I need to keep it short, but I will say this real quick. I got to play Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I enjoyed it. It's back to basics Assassin's Creed. The kind of Assassin's Creed we've been missing for since Origins came out. They just gotten bigger and bloated and shit. This one is just all right. going back to the Middle East. You're gonna be stalking motherfuckers, planning assassinations, simple shit. You know, I mean, there's still some like modern stuff. Like, it still got skill trees and that not type of nonsense. But it was back to basics. So I enjoyed what I played. You know, so be on the lookout for that. My full review will be up, soon, because the game's dropping soon. You know, so I'm guessing I'll be able to get that review code eventually. But yeah, good stuff. Assassin's Creed Red, is that the samurai game? That should be cool. You know, and I can't talk about this yet. I could just confirm that I have played Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. That's all I can say about that. Stay tuned, not only for my review. Actually, let me just say what it is. Basically, the review we have of Cyberpunk on Tom's Guide was written when the game first came out. They gave it 2 out of 5, right? And we discussed it behind the scenes, and we're like, okay, Tony, you played this game when it first came out, and you played it after Remake, and you played Phantom Liberty. So I'm gonna re-review the entire game, for modern audiences. But jokes aside, it's like the game we have now is not the game we had, at launch. So I'm like, I think I need to re-review this entire game. So I'm gonna re-review the entire game and have a big section on Phantom Liberty itself, so stay tuned for that. By the way, I'm not going to name any names, but I saw one reporter actually give his thoughts on the game. I'm like, you're breaking embargo, guy. I'm like, what are you doing here? You're just supposed to confirm you have the fucking game. You can't tell anything. Let me not get into that.
Man, you can't tell me that Idris Elba's in this game, man. You can't say that.
No, I can't give you any opinions. I can tell you. I can tell you facts. Like, this guy was literally like, oh, I think this. I think think shouldn't be in there. What the fuck are you doing? My God. And this is a journalist. It's not some sleazy fucking influencer.
Yeah, he needs to stop that.
Yeah. Like, bro, what is you doing?
What have you had?
PlayStation Online is free this weekend. Yeah, for those who already unsubscribed, like Adam, crazy stuff. All right, man, let's start wrapping up here. Do we have anything to plug around? Carlos, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, this weekend we are going to be reviewing the Daryl Dixon Show. A Walking Dead spin-off show. Episode 2. The season started last week. It was pretty good. Pretty good start. It's in France. Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead, usual stuff. So, the show's called I Am Negan. It is on thecoalition.com. That's the Coalition with a K, or the Coalition's YouTube, and it's hosted by Adam, myself, and Mr. Richard Bailey Jr., where we talk all things Walking Dead.
Logic wins. Da nuke.
The nuke.
Is there a nuke this time? We don't know.
We don't know. It could be. Could happen. You gotta stay tuned and find out.
I wrote DURL. Durl.
The Durl Show.
Durl Show.
Durl and Curl.
Durl Curl. Curl, why?
All those people are gone now.
Pero why? Oh, man. All right, we're up. I just got reminded of this crazy. By the way, Carlos, you didn't have the Bebop Baru. Very disappointed in you.
Shit!
Yeah, it's all right now. I was explaining to one of my coworkers what Bebop Baru is.
Gotta indoctrinate everyone into the raza.
Yeah, no, man. I was just thinking like this year. Okay, so in for Dominicans, I can't even say Spanish. For Dominicans, right? When you say T-shirt, you say polocher, right? It was just this year that I put 2 and 2 together. Polo shirt. We do this all the time. We take, it's not just the name of the thing. We also have the brand on top of it too, Like Bebop Vicks Vapor Rub, By
the way, it's just you guys that do that.
Yeah, no, that's why I said Dominicans. I didn't say Carlos. That's why I was very specific about that, Or the other one that fucked me. But again, this wasn't someone told me. I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh my God, right? Okay, so we have basically beef stew, right? We call it bite. I thought about it. That's beef steak, isn't it? Fucking Dominicans, man.
Gong gong.
Gong gong. That's just the sound the shit makes. You
That's
know?
the sound of the cup.
See, at least Puerto Ricans have right. Pegao. Pegao means sticky. That sticky.
Yeah.
That's the rice that sticks to the bottom of the thing. That makes sense. Gong
Yeah.
gong. What the fuck is? That's not a word. You know, it's just the sound that the metal. The metal spoon makes on the metal fucking pan. You know.
Yeah.
Dominicans, man. I swear. You know. And then Carlos, our favorite, right? Eso arriba gozo Nike.
It's arriba the other night.
Ese es mi favorito, primo. Tiene que complacerlo. Yo, they're fucking laughing at him and shit.
The fucking radio, man, they're just fucking laughing the shit out of him. That's a classic, man. That's never gonna die.
Mira, yo, ese canto. Esos son prima con son Nike. Son prima con son Nike. Espera, hermano, This is the rhythm of the night. Sí, ese.
There's another. Have you heard of the other one?
Oh, God.
One where there's like, they're asking like, yeah, I want you to play Agua en el Hoyo. And it's like, Agua en el Hoyo. And he's like, is it this one? And it's fucking Bob Marley. I wanna love ya.
I wanna know Yo, when you play me that shit, man, 2 seconds like fucking Dominicans, I already know where this is going. You know? Because it's gonna be some dumb motherfuckers, you know? Oh, man. Anyway, we're out of here, man. Thank you guys for bearing with us for a little bit of a shorter show, but your boys got to do some stuff, but you will hear about it soon, It is game season, people. I'll say that. Anyway, make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter. Join the Discord where the conversations, the rumors are always popping. And as always, to the Discord crew, shout out to you guys for always giving us news. Also, but not to go too off topic, right? This week proved to me that everybody in the Discord is not an Apple fan. Not an Apple fan. Because during the Apple event, like literally 2 minutes into the shit, my fucking name comes up. Tim Cook, Tom's Guide, right? Nobody in the chat said shit. Tony, congrats. Like my DMs were blowing up. Nobody in the Discord saying
someone
anything.
did.
I didn't see it,
I think it was it Logic? Let me know. Logic wins. Was it you? Someone did give a shout out.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, yeah, you guys are Android guys, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
That was kind of cool. It was like, but the funny thing is like, just real quick. So it's 1 o'clock. I'm watching the event, with the rest of my team and shit, but I'm watching it on YouTube and it's on a bit of a delay, right? So in the Slack room, my boss and a couple other writers who were there live, they're going fucking crazy. Like, Tony, your fucking name. Like, it's on the screen. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then like my DM's blowing up and shit. And then I see it on the screen, Yo, they named your boy before MKBHD, man.
Oh.
So that's pretty, and it wasn't like a barrage of like journalist name. It was just 2 dudes, and that's it. I'm like, that's fucking dope. And I came before MKBHD. I'm getting high fives in the office and shit, So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But in my usual manner, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, Everybody was going crazy though.
I mean, it means you're doing a good job. If Tim Cook is just shouting you out, man.
Yeah, man. So good stuff, Anyway, continuing. Make sure you follow.
You're like, yo, Tim, you gonna send me that new iPhone, aren't you?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, man, they got me on the hook, Oh yeah. Oh, the new iPhone. I'm buying that shit. USB-C. Because it's funny, Carlos. I said, all right, I'm gonna stick with this iPhone 13 until one of 2 things happen. Either they stop doing updates for the shit, or USB-C charging. There you go. There you go. I gotta stick. I said it, and I gotta go through what I said, man.
I may end up having to going that direction because my 6 is gonna be. They're not gonna be updating it real soon. So. The decision is coming.
Man, you gonna get the SE?
I might get the SE. I hear there's rumors of an SE update that's happening, but they're saying like 2025, which I ain't gotta wait that fucking long.
But yeah,
I mean, I could get the SE. I could also get the new one because I did some measurements. I'm got my little ruler here, and I was like, see how big. Apparently, the new one is not that much bigger than this. It's only slightly longer
the
and
new
a little
15?
bit wide.
Yeah,
the new 15.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a little longer.
Is it? Yeah, but is it at the same size that the 13 and 14 were, Carlos? Like the 15 is not that much bigger. Yeah, they're the same size.
Yeah, I think they're the same size.
Yeah, but yeah, something worth considering. Anyway, this isn't the tech throwdown.
This isn't the phone down.
The phone down, yeah. Anyway, Throwdown, we're on every podcast app, Throwdown Show, 2 words, Throwdown Show. Throwdownshow.com to listen to past episodes. And if you have been watching us on YouTube and enjoyed the videos, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of when our premieres go live. Links to everything down below. Once again, I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time. And Elo ain't making your texters turn green.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Brett Murdoch.
Deuces.
Hey, Brett, you've been playing Starfield this whole time, haven't you?
Nah, man, I've been doing housework.
Oh,
so
okay.
I can get to playing Starfield as soon as we're done.
I like it, man. And of course, Brian Majoma.
I have been playing Starfield this whole time.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. Good man.
Oh,
good
by the
man.
way, a quick Starfield thing. Brian and Brett, you guys, you'll understand.
My PC?
On my PC, the freaking the shipbuilding thing is pretty robust, right? The thing where you build ships. I spent 3 freaking hours just figuring out how to get a thing that works, right? It turns out I don't have the freaking rank to build a ship, and it went all down the freaking drain.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
That's,
that ran over.
That sucks.
I'm looking at the map.
Need,
You could be a space pirate.
I'm gonna make a mental note to spec into spaceship.
There's a way to cheese it, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at the Spider-Man map. I'm kind of upset there's more Brooklyn than there is of Queens.
I know, man.
That bothers me.
Queens is bigger, right?
Queens
Yo,
is the
man,
biggest
most of-
borough, man.
Yo, man, Queens the
Motherfuckers don't recognize that. Yeah, go ahead,
Yo,
man.
man, Queens the most diverse borough in New York City, and they only get half of what Brooklyn got. Come on, man.
And Queens got the best Mexican food too.
Yeah, you
Come
know.
on, man.
Yo, man, you can get anything in Queens. You can get Korean food, Mexican food, Chinese food,
Yeah.
They
white
got
people food.
Yeah. to be fair,
all there.
to be fair, you could get that in Brooklyn too.
You
You know, even though Brooklyn sucks, but they get good food too. You know?
Oh, man, we got the World Fair.
Yeah, we do got the World Fair. Fuck Brooklyn, you know? I'm from Queens, man. You gotta perpetually hate on Brooklyn. You know?
Yeah, man, we got our own baseball team.
Yeah. What you motherfuckers, they even got nothing, you know?
They got nothing.
Yeah. Well, is the Coney Island team, you know?
No, that's just the Mets.
It is just the Mets, isn't it?
The
The Cyclones, right?
That's where,
Yeah.
the Cyclones is where the Mets train, or it's a minor league Mets, so that's what they get.
We get the real team.
Get the
you
real
know?
Mets.
Yeah. All right, people. We will, and you know, even Spider-Man ain't going up to the fucking Bronx. That's why they started the game. He's like, no, it's
Bronx
too
in
much.
the game.
All right, people. We will see you on Sunday, man. Later.
Peace.
Latest.